Look at that face, check it. Good job.
I was a big advocate for Raychell Rose for the longest time because I saw what happened to her at Rise of the Vixens 2. I saw what happened to her as a result of what Holidead. I saw what Holidead did to take that RWR Vixens championship from around her waist. I know what happened in that match. I empathized with her, but now seeing what she has become, seeing what she's willing to do, and seeing how she is sullying the VWR ring every time she steps into it, you know what? I got over whatever positive feelings I may have had for Raychell Rose. Gone. Absolutely gone. Down the drain. Flush down the toilet. Clockwise.
I mean, we've gave her what she wanted numerous times, and she still is never happy.
And yet, the members of House Rose in the audience still giving reverence. There's an almost cult-like following for Raychell Rose.
Sick. It makes me ill.
I'm going to take my headset off real quick. Boo!
Boo! Oh, man.
We don't like you anymore!
Jacob said you said you were going to take the headset off. You didn't. You blew my ears out, but it's okay.
It's okay.
That's just how powerful my voice is. That's why I'm the lead commentary here at VWR.
What is wrong with these people?
Again, we talked.
There we go. That's a new hashtag. Break the knee. Break the knee.
Holidead, you can break whatever you want on that woman, and I will sanction it.
Oh, my goodness.
Seems like you have a pretty supportive commentary desk over here, Holidead. Currently, as you heard, 669 dead souls.
I have told you before.
Looking to make it 70. And nice.
In order to do that, Raychell would have to have a soul. I want to point that out.
That is also true. But again, like I've said,
that's fair. I'll give you that, Jacob. I'll give you that.
I will literally cheer for anyone that goes against Raychell Rose. I will go against a garbage bag before Raychell Rose.
Oh, she's going for it.
Did she bite her knee?
She might have.
Hey,
I
if it's
wouldn't put it
effective,
past Holidead.
hey, if it's effective, do it. Raychell hiding behind our official.
Holidead offering up her knee. Raychell wanting no part of it because she knows what's right above that, the deadliest thighs in the game.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you've seen Holidead, if you've followed her career up at Mission Pro Wrestling, if you've seen her in a ring anywhere, you know that Raychell is wise to be on the defensive here.
Oh, absolutely. And you know that Raychell has done her homework.
Has she? She's had plenty of time being suspended.
That's true.
Which the suspension was totally just bullshit.
Although I feel like she would have been suspended longer if Holidead hadn't.
If Holidead hadn't stepped up
open.
and said, you know what, I'd like to teach this woman a lesson, I'm pretty sure we could have seen the last of Raychell Rose for quite some time. But Scott, VWR president, in his infinite wisdom, decided, you know what, let's see what happens. And again, we talked about Rachel's attitude. That's going to come back to hurt her. As Holidead runs her into the other corner. Oh.
That's right. Hyon took one of those titles off of the Queen, so she's trying to replace it with this Mission Pro title for sure.
And Raychell Rose would love nothing more than to reclaim her spot as a multiple promotion champion. Still carries the PWF Women's Championship, still carries the New Texas Pro Women's Championship.
Which, as of today, she is the longest reigning New Texas Pro Women's Champion.
Right. That was shared on socials.
Oh, goes to the super kick and misses it. And let's not give any accolades to Raychell Rose for holding that title as long as she has.
I'm sorry.
As Holidead just drops her and then drops a leg.
Big leg drop from
Into the cover.
Holidead.
Just one. Just one.
Not a very strong cover, honestly, though. Like, if she had maybe gotten a little bit deeper cover, maybe.
Perhaps. But now we see Holidead on the outside working Raychell over. She's got her under that bottom rope and just laying it in. Oh! Now that's a leg drop with authority.
Holidead using those deadliest thighs in the game.
Yep, deadliest thighs right across Rachel's chest, driving her back into hashtag the hardest part of the ring.
And then rolling on outside as well.
Holidead looking to inflict some punishment. Holidead looking to send a message here tonight. And that message is, Raychell Rose, you are not as good as you think you are.
Trading chops on the outside.
You'll recall back in January, I told Raychell that she is not the hot shit that she thinks she is, and her mouth tends to get her into a lot of trouble. She writes a lot of checks that she has no intention of cashing.
Oh my goodness, she
There.
made that post.
There she was able to reverse, counter Holidead.
Oh, what a kick.
Big pump kick. Holidead down on the outside right now.
And you know what? I need to take the time to say Raychell Rose is a talented competitor. She can do things in that ring that do put her at a special tier.
I mean, she's
Absolutely.
diabolical in this ring.
She wouldn't have 4 titles right now if she didn't.
My only problem with Raychell Rose is her attitude and how she uses her talent.
Earlier, y'all were saying, though, I just want to point out, earlier y'all were saying, whatever gets the job done. You don't have to like the tactics, but man, are they effective. Y'all are not saying the same thing right now.
Listen, it's because
again.
it's Raychell Rose.
Again,
Everyone else can do
I
it but
know
her.
y'all have a lot of PTSD.
there's a big difference between skirting the referee's vision and assaulting VWR management.
Management.
There's a big difference. What Raychell gets away with under the purview of an established sanctioned match, if she gets away with it, you know what? Kudos to her for using that ring awareness and playing the game. I can give her props for that. But whenever she inserts herself where she doesn't belong, when she tries to walk out on title matches, those are the issues that I have. And I'm perfectly okay with Raychell not having the VWR title around her waist because I want a fighting champion. And looking at the Mission Pro Championship, Holidead is the type of fighting champion you can be proud of.
Ooh, what a clothesline.
Again, Raychell, very, very good at what she does. It's just the attitude.
And
It's just the
that's why-
sense of entitlement.
And Jacob, I couldn't agree with you more. VWR fans deserve a fighting champion.
And that's why I inserted myself in the VWR championship match that was between Raychell Rose and Hyon.
That is right.
Because that wasn't going to happen.
That was a moment where if you look up justice in the dictionary, it's a very, very high-res photograph of that moment. VWR prides itself on the integrity of its champions. Hyon, one of the most well-respected
Rake in the
wrestlers
eyes.
you will find anywhere. We just crowned Mia Friday earlier tonight as the new Genesis champion. We can be proud of them. Raychell Rose, I hesitate to use the word pride anywhere around Raychell Rose. You say the words Raychell Rose and champion, I meet that with a certified shrug emoji.
Facts.
I agree with that. She has quite a mean streak, as y'all have both been on the receiving end of. The Queen showing off some flexibility over there.
And that is, again, what is so frustrating because Raychell is a stellar athlete. You look at what Raychell Rose has. She is what they would call in baseball a multiple tool personality. She has everything that she needs to be successful. She's got the agility, she's got the speed, she's got the power, she's got the aggression. But once again,
her attitude.
Her attitude.
Yes, we know.
She's a mad queen.
And it's little things like that that allow for Holidead to take advantage in this matchup, because now you see Holidead taking advantage of Raychell playing to the crowd and now just smashing her face first into the side of the ring.
That is right, but that attitude that you hate so much. Whenever she didn't have this attitude, remember a year ago at Rise of the Vixens 2, look what happened to her. She lost that title without even being a part of it. So she finally just got tired of it. Oh.
All I'm saying is if I was general manager at that time, that wouldn't have happened, Jacob.
That was a Scott decision. Do not put that on me. You were there with me when that happened. You saw exactly how that went down. That was not my call.
And I didn't like any of it. I
Nobody
didn't like
did.
it at all.
The only people who enjoyed seeing that happen were Hollywood Haley J and Nyla Rose.
That is right. But that's just it though. She changed her attitude. She was nicer, and look what it got her.
And now it looks
handcuffed to the middle ropes, losing a title that she couldn't do anything about. And she tried to get it back from Nyla, and that obviously didn't work. So she had to change and go back to old school Raychell.
And I hate that it's so effective. I hate that this Raychell that we're seeing right now, this Raychell that inserted herself into that gauntlet at Tainted Love, this Raychell who tried to walk out on a title match at Come Out and Play, is so effective at walking away with wins here at VWR.
That is right. Something changed in her in that street fight match at Tainted Love. I think that's what something changed in her, and she went back.
I honestly think it is, Emily, Haley. I honestly think during that street fight, I think Raychell got a taste for what it was like in the good old days. She got a taste for blood, and she remembered that she liked it. And whatever we thought Raychell was all just a facade. The real Raychell was there the whole time. She was just holding back. Now, this is an unhinged, unleashed Raychell Rose who will do anything to walk away with a win, especially when there's a championship on the line.
That is right. Unhinged is a great word to describe her at the moment, as we saw last week, I believe it was, at New Texas, defending another one of her titles that she has against our current VWR champion, High On.
Yeah, that did not go.
That was not for the faint of heart.
No, that was everything that Raychell Rose was, and ever will be. As Holidead forces her into the corner, trying to get a break as both of these women have just wore each other out. This has been a war of attrition. As Raychell ascends to that second rope, gets the foot up, and now Raychell gonna take a leap.
Oh my goodness.
Holidead straight up caught her.
Oh, what
and
a spine
plants her.
buster.
Both women down in the center of this ring. Mission Pro Championship on the line.
Referee counting both women down. Matches like this take everything out of you, mentally, physically. Both of these women would love nothing more than the bragging rights of saying, I was able to take out my opponent and win with a decisive victory. But you look at how tired they are. They are both running on fumes. They have given each other their all.
That is right. And for either one of these women to say that they put the other one away, that is a feather in their cap. because both of these women are just incredible athletes.
And Holidead would love nothing more than to say, I was the one that shut the mouth of the queen. Raychell Rose would love nothing more than be the one that says, I took the Mission Pro Championship away from Holidead.
She's never been Mission Pro champion, has she?
No, she is not.
Raychell has never, until tonight, I believe, competed for the Mission Pro Championship.
She did compete for the Mission Pro Championship one time. I just remembered against La Rosa Negra.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's right.
is correct.
That's right.
You got that one.
Little over a year ago.
You know, I should know. I held all her championships at one point.
That you did. You should be very well versed in the championships of Raychell.
As Holidead goes for a cover,
Try
gets a
not to
2 count.
remember.
And the sad thing is, you know, Haley carried those championships for a while, and Raychell has racked up so much gold in her short career that you could be forgiven for forgetting a couple of the titles that she has held.
That's true. She had quite a few, and I believe she's added on since you were the right hand of the queen. I believe she's added to them.
Raychell fighting her way out of a bad situation. Now Raychell off the ropes. There's the spear!
Come on, Holidead.
Into the cover, 1, 2. Holidead kicks out. We almost had a new Mission Pro champion right here.
Raychell Rose was inches away.
Raychell Rose within milliseconds of walking out with another title around her waist. And now Raychell in the corner, just waiting to pick her spot.
Oh.
I don't know what she was going for, but it did not work. Holidead's got her up. Oh! Face first. But can she capitalize?
Took so much out of Holidead.
1, 2. Raychell fights through and kicks out.
That extra little second that it took Holidead to make it to that cover was the difference maker.
It definitely was. Timing can be everything. Holidead wants to put this away.
Holidead saying, we're done.
She's got the double underhook. Raychell is just dead weight. Holidead pounding away. Raychell rolls her up.
Oh.
1.
She has the tights.
Wonderful job of our
Good.
referee tonight.
Good call from the referee.
Not letting there be an asterisk by this match.
Oh!
Oh. Off with her head.
But Holidead rolling
wisely.
to the outside. That
Very smart move.
is the smartest move that she could have possibly made.
Only one person has ever kicked out of that off with their head.
Holidead can't lose that Mission Pro Championship if she's counted out. Champion's advantage. You know Holidead would not like to take the loss, but at the same time, she also does not want to surrender that title to Raychell Rose. Raychell has got her, goes to the cover. 1,
Deep
2.
cover.
Her leg is out. You would think
Not
that
quite.
Raychell would know ring awareness in
Not
this situation.
quite far enough away from those ropes.
Raychell is usually very good about maintaining ring awareness.
Is she really arguing with the ref?
Starting to yell
Are you
at the
serious?
ref.
Are you serious?
Raychell will argue with anyone. Raychell would argue with a brick wall.
I mean, I understand that. I know that.
No.
But
You put that down, Raychell. You put it down right now.
it's not going to do you any good if you hit her with a championship. You know, that'll be disqualification.
Oh!
What was that?
That's a roll-up. 1, 2.
That is the second time that we have seen Raychell Rose's underhanded tactics get the better of her here in VWR.